What's up, YouTube? Welcome to this bed we made. The bed right behind me in the face cam, this one. We made this together. I saw this game pop up on Steam. I was like, oh, a cinematic mystery game? Sign me up. I'll subscribe to that. For $100 a minute. This is what I like to call a AA game. It's an indie game that tries to emulate the AAA visual. So I played the first little bit of this. I didn't get too far into it. I was like, oh, I need to make a Let's Play this. This is something special. This game takes account of all your actions, including the ones you decide not to take. These choices will determine your fate and the fates of others around you. Proceed with caution.
Come on now, miss. Let's keep moving.
You know, Telltale games have conditioned me to not believe when games tell me my choices matter, but I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it on this one.
It's on your right. Here.
It's called suspending your disbelief. Ever heard of it?
Good luck. She's all yours, sir.
Sophie Roy, I'm Detective Maurice Tremblay. Let's see. 21 years old, working at the Clarendon for over a year. Husband?
I'm sorry?
Are you married?
No, not yet. I live with my mother. She's sick, so I have to take care of her.
No father?
No. It's always just been me and my mom.
All right, Miss Roy. I need you to tell me everything that happened, starting with this morning.
Au parc La Fontaine, les filles s'en vont et s'y promènent au bras des garçons. Tu les entraînes au cœur des buissons où elles étreignent l'amour en scène.
I love the cold open on a police interrogation, flashbacking to what happened up to that.
Car dans les frissons naissent toujours les plus belles chansons d'amour. Au clair de la fontaine, j'ai vu dans tes yeux mille couleurs.
I also love when movies impose their title, like, physically in the space. Such a neat little trick.
Afternoon's done. Now just a bit of tidying up, and I can go on break.
Oh, I'm a hotel maid. I have to clean the room.
Good enough.
Good enough.
Nothing like a well-made bed. That's a lot of money to owe. Just what did you get yourself involved in?
Acknowledgement of debt. Yeah, I don't really... I don't know if this is gonna be important later. You know me, you know my family. You've had a seat at our bar since the day we opened in 49. You're more than a friend to us, you're practically family. And while friends are polite to each other, family deserves more. Family deserves honesty. As such, I want to be as direct as possible in letting you know that you're down to your last chance. Down to your last chance. The $8,000 you owe us, plus 25 interest, is now 8 months overdue. My patience has worn thin. This isn't like one of your unpaid bar tabs. You came to us for help, and help always comes at a price. We've opened our pockets to you time and time again, and all you've done is taken advantage of our goodwill and generosity. We'll come over in person to make our collection tomorrow. I'll be bringing along the boys, so we can all sit down and have a little chat. But just so you know, they aren't too good with words. Turn that on. And the character continues to sing. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Mapleson, regretful as we are to have to resort to these lines of communication, our client and your neighbor, the owner of 8832nd Street, has been ultimately evasive to our many attempts to reach out and collect our due debts, specifically an amount owed to us to the sum of $1,904.75. He has given us little recourse but to contact him through those in close physical proximity to him in the hopes that they can deliver a message on our behalf. We have little desire to disturb you and the other fine citizens of 32nd Street, but our business may bring us back to your neighborhood if it is not resolved quickly. The help of your kind community would be greatly appreciated for us, and certainly for your neighbor. Lucky Coin Financing. Someone's having a bit of financial trouble. Someone's in big debt. They probably don't matter, this is just the intro. They won't allow me to clean the mirror.
And voila. Good as new.
Dang, look at that room service. You can get a French pastry for 45 cents. Hold up. Mostly everything is under $5. Welcome to the 1930s. Playing mysterious music.
Around the hotel. I can think of someone who'll feel right at home. Look at her, always glued to that gossip magazine.
Do you think she has any real friends? Or is it just Gracie, Joan, and Marilyn?
Well, when your own life is that dull, you need to get your excitement somewhere. Oh, did you see Rebecca come in this morning? She was wearing the same clothes.
Now, don't you think you're overreacting? This is exactly the kind of behavior Linda warned me about.
She's doing everything she can to break us apart.
Sophie speaking.
Hey, it's Beth. Do you think you could come up real quick?
Sure. I'll be right there.
You're right, you shouldn't.
Now I realize I've been blind. I was so in love with you that I couldn't see.
What?
Well, that was like surround sound. It sounded like it came from behind me.
Let's see what Beth wanted to talk about. I should talk to Beth at the front desk. Let's see what Beth wanted to talk about.
Well, I have a dedicated thoughts button. Heavy rain inspired. Just kidding. 19 arrested.
I'm not sure how the children are affected by what goes on at a bar on a Friday night. But I'm no lieutenant, so...
School principals, parents, and fellow teachers should prevent such people from being in close contact with youngsters. Major snowstorm.
Wouldn't be surprised if everyone's a little bit more on edge today. Bad weather has a way of doing that. Ah, my new home, according to Suzanne and Yvette. This is horrible. I don't think I'll ever understand what pushes people to go so far as killing. Poor Nicole. No one should be stuck cleaning up the reception hall after a ball, even if they did draw the short straw.
So they just had a big Valentine's Day ball event, and now it's a mess to clean up in there.
Hey, Beth.
Hey there. So, who's sleeping?
Sleep. What?
You were whispering just now on the phone, so I thought maybe Eugene or Bobby were napping in the break room again.
Oh, yeah, no. It's Jacques and Wendy. They were, in the middle of something.
Ugh, it's so awkward when they start making out like no one's watching. Get a room. We literally work in a hotel.
They weren't kissing this time. They were fighting.
Oh, this is entertaining. I mean, oh no, why?
I'm not completely sure, but it sounded like Linda had something to do with it.
Ugh, that bitch.
Beth?
Trust me, she deserves it.
And that's it for today's scoops. Why does everyone hate Linda?
I don't get why everyone hates her so much. Linda's always nice to me.
To you, maybe, but she's just the worst to every girl she perceives as a threat.
A threat? A threat to what?
I don't know. Her place as Bernard's right hand, I suppose.
So, you're saying I'm not a threat?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying Linda thinks that, but that's her mistake. I know there's more to you than meets the eye.
Oh. Thanks. So, you said you needed me? My help, I mean.
Oh, right. Wanna guess why?
Something to clean?
I'm guessing there's something I have to clean?
Obviously. But what is it?
Did a kid throw up again?
God, no. Did that happen recently?
Yeah, last week. I can still smell it. Feel it, too. While I was cleaning, some of it got...
I'm gonna stop you right there. Keep talking and you'll be cleaning up after me, too.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you'll be glad to know it's nothing gross this time. A nice gentleman decided it was time to redesign the lobby and helped us by knocking over that vase on his way out of the hotel.
That's it?
I would do it myself, but the last time I tried to leave the front desk, Bernard emerged from his lair to scold me about procedures and whatnot.
Well, we can't have the beauty of the Clarington Hotel take absence from her throne, can we?
Oh, the people would riot.
Bernard especially.
Bernard's hardly the people. Anyway, I have to get back to work. There's a mop in the supply closet next to Bernard's office, I think.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
It's weird that someone just knocked over a vase as they leave. Ooh, Sophie's journal.
Okay, let's get that mop from the supply closet.
Some days I'm convinced that Clarington is haunted. It's not that I believe in ghosts normally, but there have been too many incidents for me to rule out the possibility completely. Just this morning, I was waiting for the elevator on the fifth floor when I heard a loud bang behind me, like someone shutting a door, but with more force than I've ever heard a person use. I looked around, but there was no one to be seen. Am I just imagining things? I overheard Wendy and Jacques arguing in the break room. From the sounds of it, Linda got to Jacques' head and convinced him that Wendy was flirting with some of our guests. I couldn't believe it. Anyone who's been around them for more than a minute could see how much Wendy loves Jacques. She would never do that to him. Even if it's only a few minutes out of my day, my chats with Beth are always a highlight. She calls me up to clean a mess made by one of our guests, which gave us a chance to catch up. I don't think I've met someone who can make conversation seem so effortless. Beth has a witty response for everything. It's too bad maids aren't usually allowed in the lobby. Chatting with her every day would be a great way to start my morning. Okay, yeah, this codex of characters things is super important. This is what was missing from The Expanse. Dad left when I was 2 years old. Haven't heard from him since. Mom doesn't say much, so I stopped asking. Mom always means well, but life hasn't dealt her the best hand of cards. She doesn't talk to me very much about her time as a nurse during the war, but I've always wondered what kind of person she was before that harrowing chapter of her life. It's just the two of us at home. Mom's had bad luck with keeping jobs, and she finds it hard to be around people, so she stays home most of the time. At least she's never missed an episode of The Wild Orchard. On her good days, she can manage on her own, but on her bad days, well, I do my best to be there for her. Beth has been the hotel's receptionist for as long as I can remember. In fact, hers was the first face that welcomed me when I took my first step inside the Clarington. She knows this place like the back of her hand. Beth can be fiery, which doesn't win her much love from Bernard. but most guests adore her for her magnetic personality, and that's something Bernard can plainly see. We don't get the chance to chat as often as I'd like, but when we do, it's always a blast. I only wish I had even half of her wit, so I could entertain her as much as she entertains me. Bernard is the Clarington's manager, the big boss. He spends most of his days locked in his office, and doesn't like maids roaming around outside their posts, so our paths don't cross often. Lately he's been hell-bent on getting the hotel back in shape, whatever that means, and there have been a lot of changes around here as a result. He's enforcing employee rules more strictly than ever, and dropping God knows how much money on renovations. The stress is practically radiating off of him. Linda is the Clarington's governess, Bernard's second in command, and it's easy to see why. She rules over the maids with an iron fist, always ready to enforce Bernard's latest rules to the letter. Most of them hate her for this, but my feelings are a bit more mixed. For whatever reason, she seems to have a soft spot for me. The same cannot be said for Wendy, unfortunately. It's like she's made it her life's mission to break up Wendy and Jock's relationship, and I'm worried that her latest efforts may have succeeded. Wendy is a waitress at the hotel's restaurant. She and her best friend Yvette were hired together, and they used to be inseparable until 3 or 4 months ago. It's no coincidence that this was around the time Wendy started dating Jacques, the bellboy, to whom she's now happily engaged. That is, depending on who you ask. Linda seems to think that Wendy is the Clarington's resident flirt. Sure, she's popular with guests and collects the most tips by far, but I've always chalked that up to the same thing that has me drawn to her, that warm smile that just radiates kindness. Linda's not convinced, though, and seems to have taken it upon herself to expose Wendy for who she really is. Right, jealous much? To expose Wendy for who she really is. Jacques is one of... Jack Quess? What if this whole game I just pronounced the name like Jack Quess? Jack Quess. Jacques is one of the Clarington's bellboys. I don't know much about him. He's even more shy than I am, barely looking up at guests when carrying their luggage. People like us just need someone to bring us out of our shells, and apparently for Jacques that person is Wendy. He's like a completely different person around her. He lights up, laughs, even cracks jokes. I was so happy that he found Wendy, and even happier when he proposed. They're like the Clarington's very own Janet and Tony, but it seems their engagement is in peril thanks to Linda's meddling. Stand strong, Jack. Don't fall for her manipulations. Manipulations. Alright. It was important to read those, otherwise I would have no idea who anyone was, what their dynamics are.
Linda's been putting these everywhere lately. It's weird that Bernard allows it.
Huh.
Linda,
that snow is going
Wendy's
crazy
great
out the
at her
window.
job.
That's
Guests
a blizzard.
absolutely love her and...
Not just guests, apparently.
Oh, God damn it, Linda!
I only like her because guests like her. Making sure guests are happy is my job, after all.
You don't seem to care whether I'm happy.
Listen, if Wendy wasn't doing her job, that'd be another story, but I can't just fire her without good reason.
What if she stirred up trouble among the staff? Would that be a good reason?
Curiosity killed the cat.
Oh, Andrew, hi. I'm sorry, I was just...
Spying on our manager?
No, I heard something, and I...
Hey. It's okay, I'm just pulling your leg. I'm sorry I scared you.
I'm not used to having people around me while I work.
Yeah, you're always working alone up there, aren't you? I actually think it's the first time I've seen you down in the lobby. Don't tell me you've been sent to clean up after the Valentine's Day ball.
I heard it was a disaster.
I heard the girls talking downstairs. Apparently guests went wild.
More like unhinged. Mrs. Wilson almost broke a chandelier, and we kept finding chewed up olives in the weirdest of places.
I hope the rooms won't reflect that.
I hope that too. For your sake. You must see plenty of weird stuff while you're cleaning.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you found in a guest's room?
Something very odd.
A few months ago, I found stacks of pennies in a room's toilet. Like, a lot of them.
What?
And when I got to the bed, the pillowcases were filled with pennies as well. I'm still not sure if that guest simply had a strange way of leaving a tip.
Maybe it was a penny robbery. Oh, I better go help Beth. It's hell here with the snowstorm.
It's okay. I need to,
Yeah, Yeah, alright. Take care.
You too.
As if it wasn't enough having to deal with endless letters of advice from Raymond.
Raymond? What does he want?
Ah, he wants me to leave.
So Andrew and Beth are my friends here.
I can hardly believe you two are from the same family.
Andrew is the concierge and receptionist for the Clarrington. He's intelligent, professional, kind, and well-mannered, which easily makes him Bernard's favorite, but he knows how to have fun when no one's looking. Whenever I see him, he's either dashing off on the latest errand or burying himself in a book, so we haven't had a lot of chances to socialize at length. But when we do, though, it always feels easy, like talking to someone perfectly attuned to your wavelength. Maybe I should ask him for some book recommendations. It would be nice to have more reasons to talk to him.
Bobby made it very clear he doesn't like anyone walking into his kitchen uninvited.
Bobby's the head chef in the Clarrington's kitchen. He takes care of all the restaurant orders and meals ordered through room service. I love walking by the kitchen doors any chance I get, just to enjoy the smells of whatever Bobby's cooking up, but linger too long and you'll get an earful. Or worse, I don't want to spend another afternoon cleaning macaroni out of my hair.
Let me have a look at it. Abe says I can get rid of even the toughest.
Okay. There's probably an option to go in there and interrupt them.
Is that good?
A bit lower.
Okay, they're having a massage.
Okay, Sophie. Time to clean up that mess.
I'll have a word with our kitchen staff to make sure it doesn't happen again. Well,
It's the same newspaper.
That sounds a bit excessive.
A film roll. The guest must have dropped it when he knocked over the vase. Probably should return it to him. Ew. I better throw that away.
Piece of paper. There's nothing written on it.
Now I just put the leaves back in the vase, and it'll be like nothing ever happened. Maybe Beth remembers who knocked over the vase. He'll want his film roll back.
I understand, Mr. Ramsey. I wish I could make the snowstorm disappear. I really do, but sadly, that's not within my power.
Beth, who knocked over that vase?
Mr. Spade.
Mr. Spade?
Well, I can check with the airport and let you know when flights resume. Until then... Yes, I know. You've said that already. But... no,
Mr. Spade.
That's very unlikely.
Bernard still leaves these around the front desk?
Well,
Guess he didn't hear Beth when she swore she'd burn the place to the ground next time she had to suffer through one of his sermons.
Oh, we're in Montreal? Did not know we were in Canada.
Well, for that, you'd have to talk to my manager.
So, which room are you staying in, Mr. Spade?
Sadly, he doesn't have a phone. He's a bit of an old-fashioned fella, if you know what I mean. Yes? Yes, certainly. So first I suggest finding a nice little corner
Room 505.
where you can kneel down, all right? Then you clasp your hands together and think really...
Room 505. Great. That's on my floor. I can return that film roll without going out of my way.
G-O-D. I'm sure he'll be very sympathetic to your plight.
I should go to the 5th floor to return Mr. Spade's film roll.
He's actually quite nice, easy to talk to, fun to tease, and funny in his own quiet way. I get the sense there's a lot more to him than he willingly shows. Oh, so every little story detail that happens gets chronologicaled? Gets chronolized? What's the verb for chronicle? Gets chronicled. What's the verb for chronicle? It's chronicle. Better clean that. Yeah, when I played the demo of this, I missed cleaning that and Andrew slipped on it. It's like, oh, there's a puddle by the bathroom.
Hold it, please. Phew, made it. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Was it you who cleaned the puddle by the restrooms?
Was I not supposed to?
Well, Eugene asked us not to touch anything until he's repaired the leak, but it's probably safer this way. Someone could have slipped on it.
Which floor?
Oh, 6th. Thanks.
What's the big rush?
I need to bring this to our VIP guest, the one who rented the entire floor.
Oh, is it that British man I keep hearing about?
Why does he need snow?
Why does he need a bucket full of snow?
No idea. I don't even ask anymore. It's just the latest in a long series of strange requests.
What do you reckon he'll do with it?
Take a bath, maybe? Sometimes I wonder if he's just pulling an elaborate prank on me.
Can't you tell me who he is?
VIP guests are a mystery.
Met him. I always talk to his assistant. Only Bernard knows his identity.
Oh.
I do have a suspicion, though.
Oh?
But I'm not sure I should say it.
Can't you at least give me a hint?
Okay, let me think. Whew. Saved by the bell.
Hey, come on. Don't leave me hanging.
Let's just say I like to prolong the suspense.
Wait. Is that the hint?
Who knows?
Fair enough. Have fun up there.
You too.
I've got to return the film roll.
I should return Mr. Spade's film roll. Room 505 is on my list anyway.
I'm dying to know who it is. Eugene is in charge of the hotel's maintenance. Pretty much everyone likes him. He's friendly, hardworking, and does his job well. Anytime I've needed help, he's been happy to lend a hand. Since the renovations started, though, his usual good mood has lost some of its spark. I can see that Bernard's lofty expectations are weighing on him. I just hope he doesn't burn out. He doesn't deserve that. He seems to carry film rolls around. He was in such a rush to get somewhere today that he knocked over the vase in the lobby, but other than that, I don't know much more about him. I can't deny that I'm curious to know more.
Does carrying this everywhere really make us better maids? Bernard seems to think so.
Chambermaids. Yeah, boy. Oh yeah, this room was next on my list.
Mr. Spade? Mr. Spade?
It appears he's using the bathroom as a photo room. The red photo room. Are those pictures of me?
What is this?
Huh. Something
Maybe I should call Beth or Andrew. They'll know what to do. I hope.
Ooh. Oh, now those things I found in 5 and 4 are clues. I can clean the toilet at least. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of evidence.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking. What can I do for you on this very fine day?
Ooh. Who do I want as my acolyte? Well, I did ask Beth, who was the guest that knocked the vase over, and she helped me find this room, so probably involve her in it.
Beth, I need your help.
Sophie? What's going on?
I think Mr. Spade's stalking me while I work.
Really? I knew it!
You did?
I mean, I knew there was something fishy about him. He just has creep written all over his face, you know? How did you find out?
I found a dark room.
He took pictures of me. I found them hanging over the bathtub. He set up a kind of dark room.
Pictures of you? Doing what?
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but sometimes when I clean the rooms, I get a little curious and, you know, snoop through our guest stuff.
Sneaky. And Mr. Spade caught you in the act, I suppose?
Yes. I think we should call the police.
No! That's a terrible idea.
But
Sophie, that man has pictures of you running your hands through people's stuff.
But I didn't steal anything. I was just snooping, I swear.
I know, but say a client reports something missing, those pictures would put a big red target on your back.
So I do nothing?
So I just leave? Do nothing?
Do nothing? No, but it'd be smarter to wait until you have the whole story, or at least more than you have now, before making a move. I've been in dark rooms before. Setting one up in a space that isn't made for that takes time and effort.
Wait, you're a photographer?
No. I was there to look at pictures a photographer took of me. Look, all I mean to say is there's no way he set all of this up just for a couple of pictures. There has to be more.
There's a safe here.
Well, I didn't look through the entire room, but there is a safe here.
I bet you anything there'll be more pictures in there.
Do you have the safe combination then? I'm pretty sure it's locked.
Give me a minute. Merde. Those idiots.
What?
I can't find the combination list. The night staff's probably lost it again. Anyway, we always ask that clients write down their code somewhere so they don't have to call reception a dozen times. Maybe you can have a look around the room, and I call you if Mr. Creep comes back. You know, so you can get out of there in time.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, and Beth?
Mm-hmm.
Please keep this between us.
Of course.
Search the room for clues.
No combination, no entry.
Whoa, it's got physics. Ooh.
You're pawning off your possessions? What do you need the money for?
French English and English French dictionary. Ooh.
That's rough. How are you supposed to support yourself when no one will give you a job or a place to live?
I understand your situation, and am sorry you had to spend so many years in the hospital. However, this does not change the fact that you don't have the qualifications for the job. And even if you did, I could not hire someone in your situation. Other staff members simply would not feel safe around you. Do not contact me.
Okay. If reception gave him a code, maybe he wrote it down. Somewhere.
Oh, 1944, so this is probably the 50s? '40s, 50s? 50? It gives me the option to throw away anything. I can place the pillow.
One more pillow, then you're good.
Oh? Map of red string. T-30. Yeah, could I toggle that in plain text, please? Thank you.
I remember this sale. I picked up that new winter jacket for Mom.
Montreal Tramway. Why Harry's? Lots of burger places closer to the hotel.
Harry's Diner, too. Were we ever there at the same time? Is this a floor of the Clarington?
Room service. Housekeeping 10 to 4, lobby boys 8 to 11, 3 to 6.
One man's trash is another maid's trash. Something tells me you won't be missing this.
I can probably throw away the cans then.
I hope you weren't eating those beans.
I'm throwing away vital evidence.
Morgan. Is that your real name? Why did you check in under Mr. Spade?
You have to stop writing to this address. Lindsay died 2 years ago. I do not know what happened between the two of you, but please let us grieve in peace. Oh. Edith Franklin, Paul Morgan. He was using a fake name. Paul Morgan. He's written so many letters.
The storm must be getting worse. I hope Mom's not too bored without her TV shows.
Binoculars.
What do we have here? I should bring that back to my cart.
It's a real blizzard out there.
Request to move to 507. Why did you want to change rooms?
The present letter is to confirm the reception of your transfer to room 507. Regrettably, the room in question is currently occupied by an extended stay guest.
I'd forget my own head if I didn't write everything down. I guess we have that in common.
I'm just gonna let these socks dry on the radiator. Hell yeah.
No combination, no entry.
Do not forget to buy more film. Well, that was probably a bad idea. Do have to clean the place, though. Can unlock the suitcase.
You spent 10 years in a psychiatric hospital. And it looks like you left with a long list of diagnoses and prescriptions.
My cat keeps wanting to be let in and let out of the room. Cats love doing that. Anxiety neurosis, character disorder, chronic insomnia, short-term memory loss. Condition improved after new medication. Non-responsive to shock treatment. Neither insulin nor electric. The Holy Bible. Revised standard. Where's the combination code for the safe, man? Come on.
Did you intend for me to discover your little dark room? Or did this just fall down?
Throwing this out.
Oh.
And they were roommates. Oh my god, they were roommates. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's just a bookmark.
That letter from Bernard. Was there anything on the back?
Oh. 1. Lindsay's address. 2. Infantry division. 3. Year of hospital discharge.
Could that be a reminder for the safe combination?
My cat's going crazy over here. Oh.
Could that be a reminder for the safe combination? I need to find some clues to decipher that code reminder.
And they were roommates. Lindsay's address. 34. $34.44. Wait.
Address, division, year.
$34.99. $57. $34.99.57. Alright, let's see. Date of discharge. Lindsay's address, infantry division. Okay, we did it. Oh, there's a gun. More medication.
Sophie, you should probably put this down. Now.
Alright.
M and H. M and H. Who are they? Are they guests here? That was taken in the lobby.
Arrived 12:30 a.m. Arrived at 1958. Arrived at the hotel room. Room not ready yet. Had to wait in the lobby. Mr. H and M and H came in. Both nicely dressed. M was holding a flower bouquet. Heard them talking to the receptionist saying how nice the oratory was. Picked up some of the flowers to find out what oratory they're talking about. Room finally ready. Wow, he was there all day. It's like all night from midnight 30 and all morning until 3 p.m. That's such a long time to wait. Still no sign of M and H. Have probably gone out again. Finished developing this afternoon's pictures. Unable to sleep. Heard weird noises from the corridor. Oh my god.
Going through their trash? You really want to find out what M and H are up to, don't you?
M and H arrived at the hotel's restaurant, made a quick breakfast. M and H left the hotel to go got a taxi, tried to follow, but no money for a cab. Found a pawn shop to get some money. No idea where M and H went. Back in my room. We'll kill time until M and H return. Spotted M and H entering the hotel with Wetson shopping bags. Found M and H eating at the hotel's restaurant. H left for the bathroom. M exchanged a few words with a woman and her child. M and H left the restaurant, probably turning in for the night. While leaving, H emptied pockets in the trash. Searched the trash, found a receipt from a place called Harry's Diner with drawings and weird symbols. Took a coffee at Harry's Diner. Showed a picture of M and H to waitress. Waitress remembered them. Said M used to be a regular about 10 years ago. Back in my room, tried mapping M and H's movements since their arrival in Montreal. Unable to sleep again. Heard someone exiting 507, but did not hear the elevator.
Why are you following them? And who's sneaking out at night? So many questions.
This is getting weird. M and H arrived at the hotel's restaurant for breakfast. M and H left the hotel and got into a taxi, followed them to the place called Mount Royal. Mount Royal. I guess Royal without the E is... Royale without the E would be Royal. It's whatever. M and H went skating on a small frozen lake, fell on ice while trying to take a picture. H might have seen me. M and H ate at the lounge and left a ticket on the table. Ticket has weird symbols on it, just like Harry's Diner receipt. M and H decided to leave because of snowstorm. M and H arrived at the hotel shortly after me. H looked angry. Something happened during the taxi ride, but what? No sign of M and H since early afternoon. Tonight we'll try to find who's sneaking out at night.
This looks like Beaver Lake.
Huh.
M and H. Maybe Beth could find them in the logbook.
Is this a series of wild coincidences, or am I really being stalked? Every thread points to a place I've visited lately. Time to play detective. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm grateful he only took pictures of me. He has extensive notes on M and H's comings and goings, like he's tracking their every move. Need to find out who they are and what we have in common. Maybe that will tell me why I'm caught up in all this.
I'm sure I'll find more laundry to add to the pile.
Was there laundry? That doesn't count as a towel. Was there a towel I had to pick up? Ah, yes. Where do I place the cups? Where do I place the cups that I had? Yeah, that was the room I was just in.
Did I miss something in here? I should move on for now, but maybe I can come back later if I have a spare moment.
Ooh, what about 507? Yo-yo. Pity pots, sugar frosted pops. Throw it away.
Do not disturb. Well, that's one less room to clean today. I won't complain. I should call reception. M and H could be in danger.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
It's me.
Oh, hold on.
Andrew. Andrew. Cover for me, will you? What's going on? Hey, Tintin. Just do it.
Sorry about that. So, found anything on Mr. Spade?
Well, Mr. Spade isn't even his real name.
I found so much evidence.
What is it then?
Paul Morgan.
Ooh, I can see why he changed it. So, did you open the safe? What was in it?
I found his journal.
A journal.
His journal? Does he say why he's stalking you?
No, but it seems he's stalking 2 other people as well.
Oh, who are they?
They're guests. I don't know their names, though. I was hoping you could find them in the logbook.
Well, Snoopy, although it may seem like it, I'm not actually clairvoyant, so I'll need something to narrow the search. Do you know anything about them?
Dialogue options with blank will bring you back to this conversation point. Okay. They're referred to as H and M.
Mr. Morgan refers to them as H and M.
Well, that could mean a lot of things. It could be their initials, or, I don't know, husband and mistress.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, I'll need a little more to go on.
I found a transfer request to
I
507.
found out that Mr. Morgan made a request to be transferred to room 507, but it was denied because...
That's Mrs. Beaumont's room.
Exactly.
Why change rooms when his entire setup is in 505?
I'm not sure. I just thought it might be related.
Maybe, but... would you look at that? There's a couple staying in room 509, Hector and Marcella Cruz.
Hector and Marcella. H and M.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What do we know about them?
Do you know anything about the Cruzes?
Well, I saw them come in and out of the hotel a few times. Called a taxi for them once. The missus does the smiling and the other frowns a lot. Nothing to write home about. Do you have room 509 on your to-do list by any chance?
Oh yeah, we're coming up on that
actually.
one.
Then maybe you go clean it and have a little look-see?
Yeah, nothing unusual here. Just a maid cleaning a room.
That's my girl.
Just solving a little
I'll
mystery.
call you if I find anything.
Just be careful, okay?
I will.
Just a little on-the-job mystery solving.
I must have forgotten my keys in the break room again. I'll need my keys to enter room 509. I should probably check the break room.
Alright, and I'll stop right there. Tune in next time for the continuation of the mystery.